The video arrived at 7:12 a.m. No warning, no explanation, just a notification lighting up my phone like a small, deliberate detonation. I tapped it open. My daughter's tiny frame filled the screen, her face red, her breaths broken, her hands shaking as she tried to pull the blankets over herself. Behind the camera, my wife's voice cut through the room like a rusted blade. "Santa's not coming," she said. "You're the reason Daddy and I are divorcing." A small gasp, a soft collapse, then a sound I had never heard from my child, something between a sob and a surrender. The video ended abruptly. Then another notification, forwarded to, family group, laughing emojis. Voice notes, snickering. Someone wrote, "She deserves to learn early." My heart didn't break, it sharpened. I didn't reply. I simply forwarded it again, this time to my lawyer. While the house remained quiet around me, I stood there, phone in hand, and felt something inside me shift. A coldness, a quiet, a clarity that shouldn't have belonged to a morning dripping with tinsel and warm lights. Christmas morning should have smelled like cinnamon. Instead, it smelled like truth and rot. The signs had been there. Too many late nights, too many client dinners, too many moments she flinched when I walked into the room as though caught in the middle of something invisible. But I ignored it, because ignoring it was easier than confronting the quiet erosion of our marriage. Then came the emotional distance, the way she stopped touching me unless someone else was watching, the way she spoke to our daughter only to correct her, never to comfort her. The divorce talk hadn't surprised me, not entirely, but watching her weaponize a 6-year-old's innocence for her own narrative, that pulled open a part of me I'd kept closed for years. Her family had always treated my daughter like a stain on their perfect image, too soft, too sensitive, too much like me. And somewhere along the way, my wife learned to mirror their disdain. She said I was weak. She said our daughter felt too much. She said we were holding her back. But now, staring at that video, everything clicked together with merciless precision. This wasn't anger. This wasn't frustration. This was contempt. And contempt doesn't appear overnight. It grows quietly, patiently, carefully, like mold beneath wallpaper. Something deeper was rotting beneath her smile, and I was done pretending not to smell it. I didn't confront her, not yet. Instead, I observed, silent and meticulous. Phone records, shared cloud files, deleted messages resurrected with simple software, patterns of meetings that weren't meetings, hotel reservations that didn't belong to business trips, receipts tucked inside her purse, wine for 2, not 1. Her affair unfolded piece by piece, each discovery landing with the weight of inevitability. But I kept my expression calm, detached. I laughed when she mocked my daughter's drawings. I nodded when she pretended she cared about therapy. I let her believe I was the same man who once bent to keep the peace. Every night I lay beside her, listening to the soft buzz of her secret life vibrating through her phone under the pillow. She thought she was clever. She thought she was safe. But I had already moved past pain, past betrayal. I was studying her, preparing, building something quiet and devastating. Because revenge shouldn't be loud. Revenge should be undeniable. The confirmation arrived through a single, unambiguous message from the man she'd been seeing. A screenshot, a hotel invoice, a timestamp, and his desperate attempt to convince her that your husband won't find out unless you tell him. I printed everything. When she walked into the kitchen that night, still wearing the perfume she never wore for me, I slid the folder across the table. No rage, no accusations, just evidence. Her face drained, her lips trembled. A hand rose to her chest as though trying to hold in the panic leaking through her ribs. Why didn't you say anything? I looked at her the way one might look at a stranger who accidentally sat at their table. I wanted to see how far you'd go. Her knees buckled when she realized what mattered most. Not the affair, Not the exposure, the custody. My lawyer had already filed. The video of her cruelty toward our daughter? Undeniable, unforgivable, irreversible. "I'm not fighting you," I said softly. "The court can watch who you really are." She broke then, crushed by the knowledge that she had handed me everything I needed: her cruelty, her lies, her laughter at our child's pain, all catalogued, all preserved, all admissible. I didn't watch her leave the house. I didn't listen to her promises or apologies or frantic bargains. Instead, I sat beside my daughter's bed, smoothing the blankets she had curled beneath when the world became too sharp. She slept peacefully. For the first time in months, I did too. Some truths don't need to be shouted. Some victories don't need to be celebrated. They just need to be known. And as I turned off the light, I realized something simple, quiet, and final. I had lost a marriage, but I had reclaimed myself, and my daughter would never fear Christmas again.